Welcome back to more 2d6 Dungeon. Last time we almost died. Well, at least it felt like that. And we made it out and managed to find an exit shaft here. Now returning to town. Now the loot goblin in me says 14 HP. That's fine, you can do another room, but no. I won't let that greedy talk influence me this time, because I got scared last time I was gonna lose the whole playthrough there. So let's go back to town and first of all get from our loot lockup our helmet and our leather bracers. So that's 60 and 26 gold coins, which we will definitely be selling, which will be 43. I'll just note down here in the little note section already. Then we've got the goblet, just 21 gold coins. And the other 3 goblets, we've got a whole lot of goblets, which are 34 silver coins. Get rid of those. Didn't find any gems this time. Didn't find any more loot. Compared to last time, this is quite a meager haul, I'd say. But I think that's gonna be what we'll be selling. Or actually, so we could sell our finesse potion for 25. And I'm just quickly looking at the magic potions table. If we could buy anything then. So for example, a gain health, which we had just used, one of ours, costs 25 gold. So we could basically exchange our finesse for 25 gold coins and then buy a gain health with that. Or for 40 gold coins we can get a further health potion, which we haven't even come across yet, which costs which gives you 25 health points. A potion of regeneration heals up to 60 health points. That's nice as a panic button. Costs 60 gold coins as well. And there's extra healing, which heals 30 health points, costs 28 gold. That might actually be a good investment as a safety. Yeah, so I think I'll sell the potion of finesse. As great as it was earlier, because we have so much shift, now again we might come across a room that gives us quite the shift debuff, but I hope those are rare. I don't know. Hope I don't regret it. And take the extra 25 gold coins there. Do we have any miscellaneous items to sell? I don't think so. Let's barter. So market bartering, again, we roll and also 2d6 and add our adventure level and deduct our precision. Now the discipline buff has worn off, I'd say. Let's roll. An 8 plus 6 is 14, minus our 3 precision is an 11, which is the one we got last time as well, I think. So we do well and stand strong on a couple of deals. We add 10% of the sell price of the loot, rounded up. So if I'm not mistaken, we gain 4 copper coins and 3 silver, and also another 8 gold coins and 9 silver added on, which brings us to a grand total of 97 gold coins. Together with our coins we already have, puts us at 115, 46 silver, and another 4 copper, which puts us at 58. I remembered now as well that we drank our silver away last time, losing I think about 12 gold in the process, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was 14 or 15. In silver coins. So yeah, that sucked. Otherwise we'd have a bit more to play with here, but 115 gold coins is fine. And at least we didn't lose half of the value, which is the worst that can happen when bartering. Now we liberated prisoners. So whenever you return to town, roll on the liberating prisoners table for each liberated prisoner and then erase the tally from the box. So we get 2 rolls. This is just a d6. And I'll just read out whatever we roll. A 3. You hear that the prisoner was a pious worshipper of a random god. Roll on GOT1 and gain a favor point for that god. So that's 1. So we saved 1 of Grakada's worshippers and gain a favor. Alright, you know what? I've completely ignored these favors. We could have used one of those to heal to full HP. We've got that guaranteed maneuver. So that is like a panic button. So we might not need to buy an expensive potion. I don't know. I'll reread that. I completely ignored those up to now. I would have been mad if we died there and then I'd realized that afterwards. Okay, anyways, we roll for the second prisoner. A5. The prisoner finds you and gives you some herbs. Roll on HST1. Now what's HST1? Probably some herb table. HST1, yeah, herbs table 1. 3 is Ilias petals. We've got quite a few of those. Ilias petals like that. And that's our prisoners done. Okay, so that's that. We can buy items, which I'll have to have a look at. Let's first of all go to the engraver. Now at a cost of 10 gold coins per rune, we can add a rune. Our main weapon can carry up to 5. And I think we're sticking with the longsword probably. And yeah, I don't even know if you can change, if you could buy another weapon. But so let's start improving this permanently. And a throwing weapon can only have 1 rune, but the melee weapon can have 5, as I said. But runes can't be removed afterwards, so they are permanently on there. Let's get rid of the rune. Now where is it? Kirby's balance rune. Very nice. Some Kirby action here. So this will now be the longsword of Kirby, I suppose. I don't know. And what that did was it makes the weapon slightly more honed and balanced and adds 1 damage to 1 maneuver, but that is transferable if the maneuver is ever swapped out. So do we want to just power up our sharp pummel even more? But we haven't been rolling that a lot, because obviously that's quite unlikely. Or balance them out a bit more. The swooping spin seems to get debuffed a lot. Now on the other hand, if we roll a crit, we will always be picking the sharp pummel. But rolling a crit obviously doesn't happen a lot. Unless a few episodes ago, when the whole fight seemed to be crits. So I think let's first of all spend the gold coins so I don't forget. And you can only add 2 runes per visit, so that's why I'm not saving this up and adding a whole bunch at once later or something like that. Also, we can gain benefit from that now. Let's add it to the violent cleave, why not? So that was also, I'm super indecisive here. Let's start balancing these out. Swooping spin up to d6 plus 5 because of the Kirby's balancing rune. So that's that. Very nice, our first magically engraved weapon. So if we would find more of those, you could in theory get up to plus 5 damage and distributed along several maneuvers as well. But that's that. First visit of the engraver. Now visiting the herbalist, I'll have to think about if we need any ingredients for some of the remedies. I think I'll have to quickly do that off camera. Alright, I am back and a few things changed. First of all, I healed up to full. While erasing the HP, the paper broke completely there. So for now I've put it in, but we'll try tracking the HP with dice instead and only note it down maybe at the end of each session or something like that. When I have to pack up the game or something, I'll have to note it down somehow, but I'll try with the dice for now, see if that gets annoying or not. But the paper is done and I don't want to rip up the entire character sheet here or tear it any further. Then I've also gone shopping. I've had a think and I bought 2 potions of extra healing, which cost 28 each, gold that is, and heal 30 HP each. And I've bought a scroll of paralysis just to try it out. Now that cost, I'll have to quickly look that up again, 22 gold coins. So you see we had 105 and I went down by 22 and then 2 times by 28 because of these 3 purchases. So now we should have a bit of healing to back us up, and the reason for the scroll of paralysis is it gives 3 free swings in combat. So for 3 attacks. I don't know if that means for 3 rounds, so the round counter or fatigue die increases, or if that's just in 1 round you can hit the enemy 3 times because they're paralyzed. I have to read up on that. But one of the reasons I took it is it's Psyche Orbit, which we have that +1 fail to cast roll for Psyche from the Ring of Telekinesis, which I just hope helps us with using that. And I wanted to get into the magic scrolls. I thought we might find some, but we have not so far. So I guess we'll buy them, at least once and again. And also for 5 silver coins, I bought needle and thread. We already had some thread, but no needle, which is one of the miscellaneous items. And now why is that? So I got so fed up with looking through all of my herbs, and this inventory with all the pouches is a bit of a mess. So I erased all of them and tallied them up on the way. So these are the herbs we had, no Zomaris leaves, but from the other 5 kinds we have at least 2 each. Now what I want to do, I looked online and seems I was doing the whole pouch and container thing a bit wrong, which I was kind of suspecting already, but so mixing is a thing. You can mix things and pouches, just not things that wouldn't get along well. Like the rules say, no sharp things with or pointy things with very fragile things or something like that. Or you might not want to mix in ash with your rations, or maybe I don't want to cover the old carrot in like charcoal or something like that, just throwing everything into one pouch. But so to me that means it's fine to just have a pouch with Cathoto spines and a pouch with Maleko leaves and so on. And even if it is not, I'm gonna say for now, let's do it like that. So what I'm gonna do is use a needle and thread, or I guess we're keeping the needle, but we'll be using some thread. Use some thread, use the piece of cloth we have, together with 6 pouches to make ourselves a bit of a, I'm gonna call it an herbalist belt or something like that. Maybe an ingredient belt. So that's what this little piece of paper represents right now. So basically we're gonna be storing the 6 kinds of ingredients in there with 1 pouch for each. because that's items we get repeats of and expect to see, and all the other random junk we'll keep on using our pouches for. Just to make this a bit more orderly, to look at and look through and figure out what kind of herbal remedies we can make and so on. So I've thought of a little fun thing for the ingredient belt as well, at least I think so, which I'll have to quickly cut to show you. So what I've done is quickly drawn 5 little cards for 6 actually, for the herbs. And the reason I'm not using the herbal cards that we already have printed out is, first of all, it's fun to draw them, and secondly, that way I can kind of fit them all into the top of the frame here. And so these are just little placeholders I made. Now we will still be using the printed out ones to refer to the ingredients and the values and so on, what's needed for what remedy. But what these herbs will do, these will represent our ingredient belt. And now I've loaded the little cards up with these little plastic gems that a lot of games use. I think anyone who plays board games has probably seen those before, and I had a few of them lying around. Well, not really lying around, but I knew I had some somewhere. And so I'm going to be using them to track how many of each herb we have. Now I have not decided on a maximum capacity yet. I was thinking maybe 6 per kind, so we don't go stuffing like 50 doses of Maleko leaves into our pockets or something like that. But I'll think about that. But I think 6 seems appropriate. So I've got 2 Dankoma stems, 3 doses of Ilias petals, 3 Cathotus spines, 6 Maleko leaves, 2 Scarlet Oriovatus, and no Zomaris leaves yet. And I'll try to leave that up there, see if it gets too annoying too quickly, but maybe a bit further up. That way we can always see our little herb pouch there. Just a fun thing. The game has inventive usage after all, and I was getting upset with, or annoyed, let's say, with the whole inventory management down here. So that is that. And now we can also check what kind of rations, not rations, herbal remedies we can make up. So that is also done through inventive usage. It says here, if you have the right combination of herbs, you can immediately make D3 doses of that herbal remedy and add the medicine to your item list. And all the herbs are used up through this process. So I didn't know you get D3 doses, so you might get more than one. So these might hold quite a few possible doses for us. And every time you make a herbal remedy, apart from chewing on Maleko leaves, we gain 5 XP per adventure level. Oh, I did not know that. For example, if we are level 3, we gain 15 XP. Yeah, so for us that would be 30 XP per herbal remedy we make. Yeah, that's that. So that's the rules for those. And the ones we can make is the chewed Maleko, which just heals 1 HP. So that's just chewing on the raw Maleko leaves. We can make a healing balm, crushed Ilias petals and Maleko leaves applied to a wound that heals 10 HP and can be used once per room. So that seems good to have on, yeah, on the ready. And we could make that 3 times, which might be up to 9 doses of that. Yeah. Medicated bandages is cut Dankoma stems and Scarlet Oriovatus added to a bandage and applied to a wound, which requires a cloth. and that heals 20 HP and can be used once per room. Okay, so annoyingly I just got rid of a cloth and made it into an ingredient belt, so at least I think we don't have a second cloth. Yeah, so we're gonna have to deal. Health paste is crushed scarlet orivatus, Ilias petals and Zumeris leaves. That requires a solid container, but makes 3 doses every time, no need to roll. But we don't have the leaves. And apropos solid containers, I also saw when reading through the whole pouch section, we can keep empty bottles. Or I think I saw that online because I read on BoardGameGeek. If we drink a potion, we don't just chuck the bottle, and I've been doing that wrong this whole time. Because I've been wondering, where do you get jars or bottles to maybe keep water or something like that, or take a liquid with you? Of course, this makes a whole lot of sense when you think about it, but yeah, I haven't gone back and looked at how many potions we've drank, which is a lot. I just know we drank 2 the last fight, which was the finesse, no, not the finesse, the strength and the gain health. So I've given myself 2 empty bottles here. And that's going to be fine for now. So we could use those for containers. Can make a soothing oil using Cathotospines and Zumeris leaves, which we don't have. That would heal all fresh damage caused by fire. A drying powder, crushed Dankoma stems and Ilias petals. That creates a light powder that absorbs water quickly and requires a container, but that can remove the soaked status, which seems great. And using crushed Dankoma and Scarlet Orivatis, you can make a powder that cleans off blood and removes the blooded status. Which we have all of those ingredients and a few bottles now, or maybe a pouch to put the powder in. So that's actually something we might look into. I've been wondering where you can more easily get rid of the soaked or bloodied status, because we've had whole levels with, I think, no real place to make a fire, but that explains that. So it would have maybe been great to look into the herbal remedies earlier. For now, I think we are happy just having that and knowing this. I'm not going to make any of those now, but if we're back in the dungeon, we might make some healing balms or something like that. Yeah. So that's our town, our whole shopping and all of that. I won't spend our last 27 gold coins. I will now see what else we can do in town. So we've done the whole rune thing. We have sorted out our herb situation. We could look at buying Zumeris leaves, because we can still visit the herbalist. And Zumeris leaves only cost 5 gold coins per dose. So because they were used in a few of the recipes, I think I might buy 2 doses. Why not? Putting us at 17 gold coins. And giving us 2 doses of Zumeris leaves, which I have just off screen here, which I'll put there. Okay. So that's our shopping done. We can still buy rations again. Do we save the silver? We haven't used rations in a while. And we also have a few items, food items left here. I think we'll hold off on those. Then we could do the arm wrestling in the town hall. Yeah, let's try that again. So we roll 2d6 and add a discipline modifier and see what we get. So we have +4 thanks to our ring still. That's a 7. Plus 4 is an 11. Just the second highest entry in the table. You're doing well and the crowd cheers you on, but you have pulled a muscle. Oh, this sounds familiar. I think we had that exact one before. So during the break, a man comes up to you, gives you a healing salve to rub on your forearm. He's backed you to win and wants to see a return on his investment. Unless you fail in the final but still feel the effects of the salve, gain 8 HP above your baseline. Yeah, that's the exact one we got before. Okay, great stuff. I'll take that any day of the week, so up to 68 HP. Let's now in the evening, do we go to the temple this time? Yeah, I think I'll gain a favor point and go to the temple, and for this we don't need to sacrifice or offer up anything. So you just go there, can meditate on their message, turning your attention to the subterranean gods and calling for their favor, and choose one, you gain a favor point. Maybe one we don't have much yet, or it may make sense to max out another one to have another guaranteed roll for favor. Now let's take some favor with Intuneric, because we have not had any yet. So we are the favorite boy of the gods. Okay. That's that. I think that's our town time all wrapped up, in which case we will return through the exit shaft back into the dungeon, which is scary. So we come down here. I have not drawn in any of the rooms or details because this is right after the previous episode. And I think we'll do one more room or two. This whole town thing took a while, though I think I'll cut it short. And yeah, let's just go upwards here, try this reinforced door, see if we can go through there. Put this back into frame. The light is kind of dark for some reason. So that is unlocked. So reinforced doors on 5s and 6s are locked. So we can just go through there and see what we find. A 4x2. Depending on how long this room takes. Oh, and that's a dead end. Interesting. So depending on how long this room takes, I will see if we do another one. So this is room number 13 for us. And now we roll on the level 5 rooms table. That's a 3 and a 1. That is the displacement chamber again. That was annoying. No, but that's unique, I think. Yeah. So we roll that. 6 and a 3. A fire sculpture. Interesting. That's unique. Has random exits, but does not have exits in this case. So there is a sculpture of a robed man here made of red marble. Blue flames flicker across its surface. You look around the structure. Make a precision check. Precision 9 is the DC we have to hit in one attempt. And if you pass, roll on SECT2, lose 2 HP. Okay, so 2 HP in any case, apparently. So let's lose the 2 HP already. And then roll that precision check. Don't have anything to increase our precision. Okay, let's see. 9 and 1 try is kind of tough, but not with rolls like that. Okay, so we rolled a cool 15. We pass, so we roll on SECT2. Which I don't know what that is. Secret hatch table. Oh, I think we had one of those ages ago, I think. But that was SECT1. So SECT2 is 2d6. And that's a double 1. Oh no, what's that mean? And we didn't have any modifier on the roll. There is an empty hollow. It has been robbed already. Okay, so we found nothing. Sad stuff, but we'll have to accept that. So that was that room. Let's do another one because that was super quick. Go back through the big gloomy hall here and up through this archway. See what we'll find. And that just, I'll read that as a 5, why not? 5 by 4 with a door. Let's roll for that. 1 and a 3. A hex painting, which is unique, which also sounds kind of scary. So there is a circle of blood painted on the center of the floor. Inside are a series of lines and shapes. Above the hex is a caged banshee. As you enter, the cage drops and opens. Fight the banshee. Okay. So we'll end the video with a fight. And it's got random exits, which I'll roll first because I know I'm gonna forget otherwise after the fight. 3 and a 2. Wooden doors all locked. So that wooden door is locked at an 8 and we'll have to fight the banshee. So the banshee has 28 HP and is a level 4 enemy. Has only 1 interrupt on 1s, 2s and 6s, minus 2 damage, primary ones it is, which hits our sharp pummel and our violent cleave, but not the swooping spin, which incidentally is also the one we upgraded using the rune. So at least we are doing d6 plus 5 damage there. And with the sharp pummel we'll be doing d6 plus 5 as well. The violent cleave will only be d6 plus 3. So let's try not to use that. It's got 2 maneuvers and the bottom one is kind of scary because it has a special which is -1 shift next round, and we saw how much -1 shift can matter. But all in all this seems doable, especially since we are at 66 HP. Now we've got armor for both of these, so we'll be taking d6 minus 3 there and d3 minus 2 there. Very nice. And a nice way to get some more XP. So I'll put the banshee down here. I've already put in the HP bar. And let's just attack this normally. So I'm not gonna use the paralysis here because I think it would be overkill. 6 and a 1, which we can not turn into anything. So that is our 1 miss. Great start. I feel like I've been rolling this a lot, considering it's only 1 of 36 squares, but oh well. Let's have the banshee attack us. 6 and a 1. Again, I'm telling you. Okay, so but they can't do anything with that either, because the banshee only has 2 shift. And again, it needs a 5 and a 3 or a 6 and a 4. Okay, so misses all around. Let's attack again. 2 and a 3. That can definitely be turned into the swooping spin or the violent cleave, but that's weaker. So let's do the swooping spin. 3 and a 2. That'll be d6 plus 5. And the interrupt does not apply. Okay, 7 damage, not a bad start. 1/4 of the HP gone. Have the banshee attack us. 2 and a 6. Now that is a miss, very nice. Let's attack ourselves. 5 and a 3. We can turn that into the sharp pummel definitely. Or the swooping spin, but let's do the sharp pummel for a change, although that will be just as good as the swooping spin, so d6 plus 5 because of that interrupt. But we rolled a 9 this time. Or we rolled a 4, so it did 9 damage this time. Have the banshee attack us. 3 and a 1. Again, they are getting unlucky here, which I like to see. So that's gonna be another miss. Let's go into round 4 with our bonus shift, so now we won't be missing. Nearly missed there. Yeah, okay, so we can always miss when we roll a double 1, obviously, and game's trying to scare me here. So 1 and a 2, that's gonna be the swooping spin again. D6 plus 5 damage, 10 damage, which leaves the Banshee at the good old 2 HP that every enemy must be left at 1 round before they are killed. It just is the rules, apparently. At least on this level. So 2 and a 5, are they hitting us? So they have 3 shift, so I can use 2 on this, but then they don't have enough for that. They miss again, okay. Yeah, so this is going swimmingly. Let's roll and attack. But I think we've earned ourselves a chill combat after those last ones. 3 and a 2 for us, that's an exact hit of our swooping spin, very nice. So that'll be d6 plus 8 with our shift, which is way overkill, so 13 damage, taking out the last 2 HP there. Easy fight. 190 XP, that is not half bad, so that puts us at 4,939, if I did that correctly, yep. So just off of leveling up. 61 XP left to go. Which honestly we could probably, considering we gain 30 XP for inventive usage, we could probably just craft up a whole bunch of herbal remedies and level up that way. But that doesn't seem exciting, does it? So we won't be doing that. But that's kind of a funny thought. Okay, let's roll on BST2 plus 2, which is the bag search table 2 plus 2, and I am hoping for some nice loot to finish off the video here. BST2 plus 2. Oh, actually, no, that's the body search table. Right, not the bag table. But still, BST2 plus 2 could be great for us. Okay, 7 plus 2 is a 9. Around the creature's waist is a silk sash worth 3d6 plus 30 gold coins. And hanging from it is a throwing axe plus 2. Here we go. Okay, so now there is some treasure for us. So 3d6 plus 30 gold coins. Those are some low rolls, but 8 plus 30, so 38 gold coins. Silk sash, 38 GC. And the throwing axe plus 2. And get rid of the Banshee. Now we did have that treasure chest at the beginning hanging from the ropes, which needs a throwing axe to get to, or get down. But I think because we returned to town and came back, we're not allowed to backtrack there. So that opportunity has gone, I think. But that's fine. So we've got that sash, we've got the throwing axe. Look if the room says anything else. No, just fight the Banshee. And that was a unique room. Yeah, so next time, looking good at 66 HP. We'll continue through that locked door, or at least try to. And we'll probably level up again, I am guessing. At least that's what it seems like. But I think it got a bit spicy this episode, but we managed well and also did a bit of organizing and made some nice progress in town. And I'm excited to use this paralysis scroll. I think we're looking fine again. See you next time. Have a nice day. Until then, bye bye.